All right, welcome back. Always great to have you.
Nice to see you.
Scott, I don't even know what to tell you. I loved this movie.
Oh, cool.
I'm a born and bred Torontonian, knew
Right.
nothing about Eddie Boyd.
Me neither. I really didn't. I didn't know anything about him at all until I got the script. Yeah.
So what was it? You get the script, you read this, and you're like, there was a guy like this that existed. I mean, what were you thinking?
Yeah. No. I just thought it was a super exciting part. As an actor, it's beyond anything else how the movie is or the real guy. I just thought it was such a juicy part to jump into. I mean, got to do so many things. I mean, obviously, as being a guy, it's so fun to go and play a bank robber. It's sort of a childhood dream in a certain kind of way. So, I love that aspect and the family drama and the whole performance thing that he puts on. That was just a bit of an actor's dream that way.
Yeah, and he's a bank robber that kind of turned into a bit of a celebrity in
Yeah,
a way.
I thought that was interesting too. I mean, I thought that was an interesting take on. I think Nathan, the director, had certain ideas about that, just in terms of today's pop culture and today's media obsessed. I mean, celebrity obsessed culture. But yeah, no, I thought that was an interesting point in the movie. But yeah, I enjoyed doing it so much.
Yeah, well, it looked like it. You could really tell. I mean,
That's
there's
good.
some heavy-duty moments, no question about it, especially the family stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the bank robbers and all that stuff in a minute, but there's another side to Edwin Boyd that he's a devoted father,
Yeah.
no doubt, loved his wife, but he just wanted the best for them. Yet he decided, like, was he addicted to this bank robbery?
I think that's what, I think it became a drug. I think he was a guy that was looking for something at a hole he was trying to fill up. Same sort of thing in this culture, the celebrity culture. I think a lot of people turn to acting or whatever just to fill something up. And I think he was looking for something like that and couldn't find it out there in the world and turned to robbing banks. And I think he got that high robbing banks, and I think he started to make some terrible decisions to like a drug to keep getting that high.
Yeah. Where do you begin? Like, did you look at old newsreels just to get his mannerisms, his everything?
Yeah, I mean, I did a little of that. There wasn't that much, but at some point I had to sort of just jump into it, my own process and just sort of get the spirit of the guy and work on really specific things that way.
The stash. I like it.
Yeah,
You want to keep the stash?
The stash was cool. I was laughing at it last night up on the big screen. It was pretty funny. I liked it. I thought it was a cool look for sure.
I like it too. What was
Yeah.
the response at the public screening?
It was great. We had a great night. Toronto audiences are the film festival. They're great. I mean, they're great. So it was a very warm, and we had a really nice night.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let's talk about what really shocked me too. I was thinking, holy crap, this guy and his gang. They escaped from the Don jail twice.
Yeah.
And as Kevin Durant, his character says, oh, it's like butter. I really hope they've improved things down there. By
Yeah,
now.
it seemed. Yeah, it seemed a little easy to get out of there twice, but I mean, obviously there was a lot more to it than in the film. But yeah, it's tough. They made a mistake. What they also did really stupidly, and it actually happened. They put us in the same jail area again after the first. So you think they would have improved that for sure.
It just makes me laugh to think about it because I go, how ridiculous. Like, here are these guys who just keep getting out and they keep doing what they do. And why couldn't they stop them?
Yeah, I mean, I know security wasn't so tight back then. Very nice Canadian jail. I'm sure that's something
That's
to
it.
do
We're
with it.
too
Very
nice.
polite, too
Even
nice.
as cops and everything,
Yeah.
we're too nice.
The jails were very polite, nice.
Hilarious. Let's talk about working with this cast. Let's start with Kevin Durant because I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan.
I love
and
that guy.
What was it like, playing
Well,
with
it's
him?
interesting. I mean, Kevin's such a big, huge presence. He often gets cast as the villain in many movies, and he's really effective that way. But this was a real chance for him to play a real grounded, real guy. He's got so much. He's a great actor. I mean, he's got an incredible look, but he's a really, really good actor. So I was blown away by him. I thought he was wonderful in the movie, and just getting to hang out with those guys and Brendan Fletcher and just being around those guys is just great. Really dynamic, great presences in the movie.
Yeah, how did developing the camaraderie? It's a little bit different because here you are a gang, like you're a bank robbing gang, and two of them turn into killers, but you guys have to. It's a special kind of camaraderie, I think.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky with that. Having Brendan Fletcher around really helps. That guy's insane, and he adds a lot of spirit. I mean, he's a little guy, but he's got a huge heart. And he's a big, loud. He starts dancing everywhere, and he's just got a great presence. So, we got along really well. We had about a week 5 days in Sault Ste. Marie to really bond, and we definitely did. It was really fun.
And it was very cold.
It was very cold, but it was cool. I mean, that's just great. I mean, I think movies really benefit from being stuck away in the middle of nowhere somewhere. I mean, it really just helps a movie.
Yeah. Kelly Riley.
Oh, she's great. She's great in the movie.
I don't even know what to say about her.
Yeah, she's a wonderful actress. She really is.
Working with her and just those scenes.
We had a really, really good, I mean, we really worked well together. We really did. We clicked that way. It was really fun. Really bounced off each other really well.
You played, a dad in this film. Is that something you're thinking about soon?
I don't know. Not soon. No. I mean, I guess is my clock ticking now?
No.
Time's ticking.
Time's ticking, but whatever. But you make a good dad, I have to say.
Yeah. I know the camera's on. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm ready to handle it just yet.
Fair
They're
enough.
also 10 and 8, in the movie or whatever. Or they were younger. You know what I mean? Like the babies. I don't know.
Yeah, past the diaper stage. Once they get to a certain age, it's like, okay, sure, I'll hang with you.
Yeah, babies. I don't know. Yeah. Let's have them when they're 5 years old. I think that's the best way.
Yeah, I agree. It was so wonderful to watch you in this movie because, I've been watching you and talking to you forever, since freaking first film you've made and everything, but just watching you grow. And when I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking, man, this to me was the right time for you to make a movie like this. You're in almost every frame of this movie.
Yeah.
This is Edwin Boyd. You're Edwin Boyd. You're the star of this film.
Yeah.
There's a lot riding on it. Do you think that this was the right time for you, or to make something like this?
Yeah, I mean, I've been gearing up to be ready to be able to handle a role like this. I think I've said in other interviews here and there that I don't think. Probably, even 5 years ago, I would have been ready to really take on a lead like this. But I feel very ready now. I think in the last couple of years, my work's been gearing up to this. I mean, starting with Adoration and then doing a lot of the Canadian movies I've been doing has really led me here. So it hasn't just happened, overnight that I just found this role. I think I've been gearing up.
You're not going to get rid of me so fast because I will be talking to you on Monday for the month.
Oh, yeah, right.
But, having the opportunity to work with the directors that you've worked with over the years, how does that really shape you as an actor? How does that come into your head? Because, Mary Harron, brilliant.
She's
when you think about people that you've worked with, Len Wiseman, all of them. How do you, when you're doing a scene or whatever, do you think back about certain tips that they've given you?
You don't think, no. I mean, it's just something that you just they teach you subconsciously. Just being around talented people like that over the years, that's how you get better. I mean, how you get better is actually taking on a role like this with an interesting director that's just that scares you. I mean, I read this and I had no clue if I could do it or not, and sort of having to reach up there. Even if you don't totally get there, you're going to get better and you're going to reach and improve.
There's a really touching scene in this film, I thought. Brian Cox, amazing actor, plays your dad. Wow, I have him coming in a little bit later this afternoon because I saw him in Coriolanus.
What's that? I'm not sure what that is.
It's Ray Fiennes directs an amazing cast, and it's a present-day movie set in. It's Coriolanus is Shakespeare. It's all Shakespearean.
Right.
So of course you've got Brian Cox doing
Right.
Shakespeare. Yeah, end of story.
Right.
But you've got this amazing actor working across you as a dad, and there's this distance between the characters, obviously. But the scene when he comes to visit you in the jail, for me, it was like, wow. Just talk to me about working with someone like Brian Cox.
Oh, that was great. I mean, he was doing a play at that time, and he would fly up on a Sunday for right after his last performance on Sunday, and have to work on the Monday, and then get on a plane and fly back Monday night to New York to do his play on Tuesday. So it was quite an intense schedule that he was doing, and we had a very minimal amount of time to shoot that scene, and I was obviously looking forward to working with him, and it was a hard scene to shoot, to be honest. It was a real challenging shoot, and everybody had their own ideas about how to do it and what it was, and we just sort of, I don't know, came together and found this interesting scene. It wasn't actually the scene that was on the page, actually.
Yeah, wow.
So it sort of evolved, which is sometimes the most fun.
Yeah, and it makes you think, because here's a dad who, he was a cop, his son's turned into a bank robber, but he's still, as he says, you're still my son, and and it's very, very touching. And I just want to know over the years how supportive your family has been to you in your career and everything.
Very, very. They don't really understand a lot of it. I mean, they think it's really interesting that I do this, and they don't really understand a lot of it. But as you know, in the last couple of years, I think they've started to enjoy my work more and more and be more relaxed about it, which is nice.
Yeah, it's
they love this time of year.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
They love coming
well, especially
down.
they know they're going to see you every year.
They look forward to it.
Were they at the premiere last time?
Yeah, they were. They had a great time.
That's got to be very special for you.
Oh yeah, that's super fun. I love that. They also like the after party.
Well, hello.
They do.
I mean, that's the whole point.
I think
really.
that's what they like the best, actually, if I'm being honest.
That's awesome. Last summer you were here and you were shooting The Vow. That should be coming out really soon. Can you just tell me a little bit about it, what you played? And
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's a movie with Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, and I plays Rachel McAdams' former fiance. She leaves him basically to pursue this new life, and she meets Channing Tatum's character, and they're married, and they get in a bad car accident, and she can't remember anything to do with her life at all, including Channing Tatum's character, but she remembers me for some reason, and we sort of start something back up, and I'm sort of the other guy.
Well, how can we forget you? How can anybody forget you, Scott?
I don't know. That's what I keep asking. I don't know. Who knows?
Anything on tap now coming up?
No, just the Moth Diaries and the Vow. That's it. No, I'm trying to find some good work.
Well, we'll get you some good
Okay,
work. I don't
so.
think you have to worry.
Okay.
Last question. We're doing a little piece on theater-going experience, and I want to know for you as an actor, or even just as a film fan,
Yeah.
why is it important to see a movie in a theater? What do you get from that, and not seeing it on your iPod or your computer? You know?
No, for me, it's extremely important. It's become harder and harder over the years for me to get to the theater. I get out of the habit of going, but when I get back in the habit of going, it's a reminder of why I'm doing this. I don't know, something to do with the mystery and excitement of sitting in a dark room, lights going down with people, strangers you don't know, and sharing this, hopefully, transformative experience. Tree of Life this year was like that for me, I mean, just when you get to have those moments in a theater with a group of people, I just think it's tremendously important, and it's a shame if it starts, going away from that more and more.
Totally is. Favorite snack while you're watching a movie?
But I don't do any snacks. In fact, I'm against people snacking in the movie. I hate it. I hate the noise. I move probably I'm very neurotic about movie theaters. Yeah, I hate people eating behind me, popcorn for the whole time. It just drives me nuts. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay. So,
Thank you so
all right.
much. Always a pleasure to talk to you.